Hello, welcome to another Elliott wave analysis about PayPal. PayPal has moved up step by step since the end of last year. However, hasn't really broken out to the upside impulsively. We are starting here on the 4-day chart. You can see that PayPal formed the 5-wave pattern to the upside into the 2021 high. Topped here around $310 and then this strong decline, which I'm labeling as a wave 2 pullback. So wave 1 to the upside and wave 2 to the downside. I have to say though that this wave 2 structurally doesn't really look great. So it's quite sharp and the AB in the beginning is great. So it's not the greatest structure. The B is, for example, way too shallow to be reliable. However, we did hold above the key support level of this wave 2. So we did hold above the 78.6 retracement at $49. Very important. And we haven't really started an impulsive move to the upside yet. But even if we form another low, I think it might just be a marginally lower low. I think there is a gap somewhere in the mid $40 region. Or at least here there's this, here there's a small gap down there around $44. It might be that this is going to be, tested sort of, but for now, I'm still looking at higher prices as long as relevant support levels are holding. Going to the daily chart, you can see the structure here. The current assumption is that a low is in, and that's been my view for the last few months. Since then, the price has moved up nicely. But what most people are waiting for is that massive breakout to the upside, which ideally would happen in a third wave. Well, I can't really tell you that's happening yet. It would be ideal, but price action isn't really supporting this strongly yet. Okay, I would need finally a break above that $76 level. You see the green resistance line on the chart. That level really needs to break. It's the previous wave 4 high, and it is at around $77. So that level really needs to be broken next. In the very short term, the next breakout point to the upside is at $70.60. And if we're looking at the white count, which is the bullish count, again, this is only a diagonal pattern. I mentioned that before. It's not an impulse. So I'm not trusting it really. I'm not trusting it. And what I don't like is also this move here. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But if this is a scenario in which the wave 2 bottomed in October, then we have a wave 1 to the upside, wave 2 to the downside, A, B, C in wave 3, then another 4-5 pattern would be ideal. But really this B wave pullback would need to turn around before breaking below 58.80. Quick explanation, this is a diagonal pattern, and diagonal patterns cannot be trusted really until they really are complete, and only when they're complete we have a 5-wave move up, and then I can add the next support area to the chart for what I've labeled as circle 2, circle wave 2 to the chart. But we haven't got the 5 waves up yet, and price action is really choppy, but we give the bulls the benefit of the doubt. So the $58.80 level is the next support level and basically the last reliable support. Below that level, I have a very clear invalidation point for the white count, which would be a break below the $55.80 level. Below that level, we could still say, okay, maybe this wave 2 is still unfolding, which presumably bottomed in February, but it would all reduce already the likelihood of a bullish follow through. And then obviously below the red line, it's the yellow count and one more low would happen. Then obviously testing maybe the mid $40 region. Looking at the 4-hour chart, as I said, I don't like what happened here. The last rally was in 3 waves, and ideally the May low is holding, but it's already starting to look strange. So I think the likelihood is high that the May low is now breaking. And then the last reliable support is 58.80. So let's say the floor is starting to crack. Well, it hasn't done that yet, but we really need to watch this area for a turnaround. There's a bit of a price range. Really the price hasn't done much since mid-March, right? It's just been moving sideways. You could say this is a bit of a price range here with micro support at $61. But ultimately, I gave you all the levels, gave you all the breakout points and the relevant scenarios. So even if we form another low, then I would still be able to focus on a bullish scenario. But I have to say any sustained break below the October low wouldn't be great from a long-term point of view, because the price would break below the 78.6 retracement And unless it's really just a quick break and recover, that's not great for a chart. So in the interest of the bulls, we'd really want the price to hold the October low. That's my update about PayPal. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 as well as regular updates about stocks, feel free to check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find a link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.